I don't want to be rich, successful, or famous. I just want to be able to wake up in the morning with no desks or responsibilities and do whatever I like today. It's a shame that those times end when we're 3 years old. Honestly, before there was school, I had a lot of fun, and even during school I had fun, but there was something so magical about waking up on a Sunday and there's nothing but me time. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. Alex is on vacation, which means it's time for you and I to get a little bit more acquainted this week. So today we're going to be looking at some r/meIrl, a subreddit dedicated images that are just relatable. So let's just get right into it. Me, working up the courage to tell my calorie counting app that I ate an entire birthday cake. Yeah, I didn't plan super well ahead, so I actually just ordered Red Robin and it's on its way here. I feel this on a spiritual level. Tomorrow I really need to tell you something. Me all night. So, I thought this was Mark Zuckerberg at first. This is not the Zuck. But no, honestly, if someone tells you that, just make them tell you right then and there, because that's just a power play. If you know you need to have this talk, just have the talk. Don't drag it out, because if you do, you're just a butt. You're just a stinky old butthead.
A petition for Canelo to remove the crappy block of chocolate at the bottom. Who's with me?
This is the most bat crap insane take I have ever seen on this website. There's this issue that I think everyone has where just no one assumes that there is a good faith argument in the world anymore, so we just take it to 11 immediately and start trying to kill.
Wish I lacked critical thinking skills.
Y'all seem so happy. I think about this tweet every single day. Ignorance is bliss. In a screwed up way, as much as I'm always like, take charge of your fate, there is something nice about just head empty, no thoughts, it don't matter, none of this matters, just have a good old time.
Am I a dog or cat person? I don't know, man. Are you an inhale or exhale person? Stiffoo and hand me a damned animal so I can talk in a weird voice at it.
Yeah, this is me. I will go out into the living room, look at the guinea pig enclosure and go, Guten Tag, little babies. And then they all just kind of stand up like little meerkats because they realize, oh no, the food ape is coming. I didn't hear the fridge. He's gonna try and interact. I love them little critters. They're just little babies. This always happens when you're angry. Real. I had such a bad day a couple of months ago, and I forget what it was about because that's just the nature of life. It wasn't too important. I was just having a bad day. And I ripped my big old harem pants. I ripped my big old fluffy boy pants, and I'm really mad about it because I loved those pants. But one of the pockets is just slightly off seam, and no one notices. No one has noticed, no one has commented. But it bothers me to no end. I could sew it, I could repair it. I don't know how in this instance because it is a weird bit of fabric.
Why am I so skeptical of any other man I see walking around in the woods? Like, I know why I'm walking around in the woods, but like, why are you walking around in the woods?
Oh my god, this is so real. My roommate and I, we found that there's a secret trail that we can walk to that leads to one of our normal, like, stomping grounds. And it is terrifying. The trail is haunted by 8 million ghosts. It is horrific, the state that this trail is in with all of the different accoutrements. Like, I'm being vague because I don't want to make it identifiable. But it is genuinely terrifying. And as we were walking to one of our normal stomping grounds, we saw another man to our west off the trail by about 100 yards. And it was terrifying. Why were you in the woods? I know why we're in the woods, but why were you in the woods? Your first workout will be bad. Your first podcast will be bad. Your first speech will be bad. Your first video will be bad. Your first anything will be bad. But you can't make your 100th without making your first. So put your ego aside and start. Yeah, a lot of y'all never see the video games I work on because A, I get distracted. But B, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be stinky because I've swapped engines a couple of times, and that's just the nature of everything. Your art will suck, but it'll get better if you just do it more. I get paid some money. I try to save some money. Some BS happens that requires money. I have no money. Yeah, this is real. If I didn't have Kalbus, I gotta admit, I would not be able to save money. It is disgusting, the situation that we all find ourselves in nowadays, and I'm quite upset about it. Someone ought to step in. 31 years since my dad sent me to the shop for a tin of red and white striped paint, and the shopkeeper sent me back to ask him if he wanted horizontal or vertical. And I sussed out on the way home what was going on, and then kicked the front door so hard it broke. Oh, good job, Tom. Good job. You really showed that door. That's so funny, though. The fact that your dad and the paint guy independently recognized the bit and just were immediately in on it. That's so good. I want to be a prankster dad one day. Splitting axe, sledgehammer, and firewood wedge. Axe and wedge are stuck in the piece of wood. Whoever can pull it out of the stump can have it for free along with the sledgehammer. British throne not included. But do I get to keep the log? Can I keep the log? That is a good log. Good wood like that is hard to find.
What should I watch?
The Office.
Do I get one, Vito?
Oh my god, I'm so happy I'm no longer on dating apps. I swear, I needed to like margaritas, tacos, and The Office. I only like one of those things, and I'm gonna be real, it's the tacos. I just can't tell the appeal of The Office. It just seems so bog standard, and everyone's like,
Looking for my Pam to my Jim.
like, isn't that like an adulterous relationship? Like, that's the context I was given when I Googled it. When I was a teenager, this boy cooked me dinner at his house. It was lovely. Then his dad came home and told me about the terrible date he had. He described the woman and a few key details. I sat up straighter and asked the name of his date. It was my mom. Well, hey, at the very least, you're doing better than she is, because apparently you were a good enough date to have dinner made for you. Oh my god, that's so funny.
They say 90% of people find love here.
You must be the 10%. Oh, God. Remember when Pokemon was mean and the villagers were awful to you? I miss when Tom Nook would call me various insults that would shock a 1950s senator. The neurodivergent urge to simply wait for the single scheduled event of the day to start and do nothing else in the meantime. Real. Oh my god, it has taken me so long to not be like this, because for everyone else's context, I'm a project manager, I'm in a lot of meetings, I have to talk to a lot of people, and these meetings are always scheduled. I used to not be able to do much before my first meeting of the day. I've gotten over it, but like, by god, that was one of the ADHD moments of all time. An extremely bad date is happening in this coffee shop, and I am spellbound? This guy is arguing about what calamari is. He's 100% describing caviar. The man next to them is side-eyeing them. She keeps trying to politely explain what calamari is. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god, that's so bad. Everyone, I think, gets one really awful date. And oh my god, I have so many bad date stories from the people that I have met through my bizarre and storied career as guy trying to find love. Oh my god, it is a nightmare. Only a fool would buy IKEA furniture. Instead, I just download the instructions and keep emailing their service department to say that I'm missing a piece until they ship me all the pieces over a 6-month period. Does that actually work? Like, I'm not gonna do it. That's dishonest behavior, and I'm not enabling that. But does that work? Do you notice the men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. If I want to play games, I got a PlayStation. But how could you play games? You have a PlayStation. Even when Sony puts their games on PC, they take them off. How do you say, I promise I'm smart, my brain is just fried, professionally? Hey, I'm experiencing a little bit of work fatigue. Could we reschedule this meeting to sometime early tomorrow or the day after? I feel I wouldn't be able to give my best display of professional skill during this time block, and would simply like to give you a better experience. That's something that I have done. That is like verbatim how I have said it, and that has worked because everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, share this with a friend, because by God, we need to drag more people in kicking and screaming. On that note, my name has been Lumo, and I'll see you guys later this week.